Just as House Democrats are raising concerns that ICE might be hiring pardoned January 6th rioters, our next guest went through the agency's recruitment process as an undercover journalist. And her experience suggests something that might be even scarier. ICE's recruitment push is so sloppy that the administration effectively has no idea who's joining the agency's ranks. Joining me now is that journalist and author of the Substack Firewalled Media, Laura Jadid. What stood out to you when you went to the ICE Career Expo in Texas?
It was very empty. There weren't a lot of people there. They seemed to expect a lot more people than showed up. The venue was far too big for the number of people there were. That I'm not an ideal recruit. I'm a journalist. I am very clear online about how I feel about ICE, about how I feel about the Trump administration. So I didn't expect to hear back from them ever again.
I mean, I would think, again, they would look at criminal background. They would look at employment history. They would look at, do you have any history of drug use? I mean, I can think of a lot of things that almost any place you would go to in the federal government or in most private sector jobs would want to know. What did you see they were doing?
They weren't doing. And those are the questions they weren't asking. They seemed uninterested in that sort of thing. It really was kind of just that we're going to get you in process. We're going to get your application. We're going to get this demographic data, your basic information. We're going to run it through, and then we'll process it as fast as we can. It seems like they're very incurious about the people who are applying. And the people who are applying seemed like a rather incurious bunch as well. So I logged into the ICE hiring portal and was shocked to find that the ICE hiring portal listed me as having a final offer, as having accepted that final offer, and as having a start date of September 30th, which was 3 days before I checked the portal. I saw when I logged into that ICE portal, what I saw was a final job offer, a start date, and a little thing that said, "Welcome to ICE." They can try to hide this all they want, but this was not a tentative selection letter. This was a final offer and a start date for a role as a deportation officer. And it's very funny that they hired a journalist who openly despises their program. That's funny, but what's disturbing is we don't know how many other people this happened to. It seems unlikely that it was just me. We don't know who's wearing these masks with guns in our city. We don't know if they have domestic violence convictions. We don't know if the people who are manning deportation centers, detention centers, have been convicted of sex crimes or crimes against children. These are people that will neither be believed nor missed. I mean, the more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Just yesterday, we had reporting about ICE ramming into a U.S. citizen's vehicle in an alleged racial profiling incident. All these agents, as DHS posted on X, have federal immunity in the conduct of their duties. That's their claim. They have federal immunity. After this experience, how concerning do you find that?
I mean, it would be concerning even if they were vetting ICE officers. The idea of absolute immunity is un-American and definitely against the law and terrifying. The idea that you can do whatever you want if you get this position. But it is even worse when we think about the fact that most of these people may not have been vetted at all. It is very possible, something that should at least be investigated, I feel. This is an emergency. We have people on the streets wearing masks with guns, terrorizing, brutalizing, and now murdering people. This is an emergency. And frankly, it's past time the state governors called up the National Guard or had the law enforcement officers defend their constituents against what I'm going to go ahead and call people terrorizing our cities.